my name is Zina and I come from Ukraine. I did my master's at the University of Manchester in innovation management and entrepreneurship, and now I'm working at THD My Protein and based in Manchester, basically where I studied. I believe that after especially COVID times, adaptability and flexibility is the main skill that any job will require you to be successful in the role. And since I joined THD My Protein as an e-commerce executive, when you're working in e-commerce, it's a very fast-paced environment, and obviously you need to adapt and to be flexible according to the environment you're in at that moment, right? So hence it was really important to show that I can adapt and work with various people from different backgrounds and to be flexible to fit in the company and the changing environment. Secondly, with commercial awareness, I think it speaks for itself. Working in e-commerce, you need to know your customers and you need to be aware of what commercially your decisions mean, so what they will influence or whether they'll benefit you or your company or your customers. And thirdly, obviously you need to also understand that digital skills in in the 21st century, you can't go anywhere far without them. Even like using Excel files and being able to analyze the data that you can see using your digital skills is essential. So yeah, I would say that all those skills actually ensure that I can get this position and be where I'm at right now. Anyone who actually decided to move abroad and get their education done somewhere else outside of their home country, they know that adaptability and flexibility is your survival skill, your main survival skill when you're not at home and you don't have anyone around you. And just even the decision of moving to a different country and doing my degree at the University of Manchester already brought me with that skill set, right? So it was quite a natural thing to develop those skills. On top of that, since the Manchester Business School was so diverse with their students, you just need to adapt. You need to understand that there are different cultures, there are different people, and you just need to be flexible with them to be able to communicate and to become friends. Secondly, obviously, during like my courses, digital skills and commercial awareness was built into the course directly and indirectly. So you could pick and choose your courses. For example, I chose an entrepreneurial personality, and hence it would bring my internal commercial skills more to shine, and they were like developed more properly than we used to have as well. Investment appraisal and hence digital skills were really needed for this course, and we had to develop them step by step with our course. Hence, yeah, I think altogether the university has brought lots of skills into play for me, but these three were the main ones. I would say that my experience of interviewing was a bit different to maybe what other students can have, because we were in the middle of pandemic, the lockdowns, you had to stay at home, you couldn't really go to interviews, everything was online through Zoom calls or Skype or Teams. And to be fair, I think it is a bit harder to showcase your skill set properly when you're just in a very stressful situation, just in the middle of pandemic. But I feel like when I was showcasing that I moved abroad, right? So it's like shows a huge leap in your skill set, and then showed all of the coursework I've done and what I believe my strengths are. That what caught the eye of the recruiter in the first place. And then when I was speaking to my now current manager, but at that time my future manager, he mentioned that exactly that desire and that drive for commercial stuff, for being adaptable and flexible, is exactly what got me the role. So basically, because business had to adapt to the new environment of COVID and everyone being in lockdowns and having to stay at home, that what actually was driving the business. And hence, when I showcased all of the three of these skills, they were caught to the business. And obviously, I just got the job. As a foreigner, right, like as a student who's in the UK for a really period of time, like a year and a half, and being on the visa requiring like, visa sponsorship, obviously the first thing that was really a big factor in my first graduate job was whether the company can sponsor a work visa for me. But secondly, we all want to work in a nice environment, in something that we do enjoy doing, or at least we think that we will enjoy doing, right? If it's like something new, a new field for us. And for me, THG came up to my mind just because they were the company that were growing massively, even though it was COVID. Lots of companies stopped hiring people, and THG was the company that actually increased the hire during the pandemic. And I believe it was like the fastest growing startup in Northwest, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe in the whole England. Obviously, it catches your eye when you see a huge startup growing really fast. Hence, it's really healthy, right? So it can offer you lots of opportunities for growth professionally, and it has a vast field of opportunities, right? So it doesn't mean that you have to be like in e-com. You can do marketing, you can do something else, you can do IT. That will caught my eye. So for me, the main factor was a visa sponsorship, and B, the vast majority of opportunities inside of the company.